Hi everyone, today in this video I want to show you why flat iron curls often turn out inconsistent, even when you use the same tool and the same hair. If you feel like every time you curl and the result is different, if you don't fully trust your hands when working with a flat iron, or if curls on one side or the head look completely different from the other, this video will clarify why. The main issue isn't the tool. It's the mechanics of your hand, wrist and iron position. Flat iron curling isn't symmetrical. The right side and the left side require two different hand mechanics, even though many stylists treat them as the same movement. Let's start with the right side. When I curl on the right side, I hold the iron on my right hand and the tip of the iron points downward at about a 45-degree angle to the strand. This angle is critical. It creates space for the wrist to rotate. Without enough wrist rotation, the curl will never form properly. You will get a weak bend instead of a defined curl. Now pay attention to my thumb position. At the start, my thumb is underneath the iron. I rotate the iron smoothly until my thumb comes on top, and only then I start gliding down the strand. If you start with your thumb already on top, your wrist has nowhere to go. You physically can't complete the rotation, and the curl collapses. That's why I always pre-rotate my wrist slightly toward myself before curling, so I have full range of motion. If needed, you can help yourself with the other hand while learning. That's completely normal when building correct muscle memory. Another important detail, never drop the curl immediately. When you finish gliding, don't release the strand. I gently rub the curl into my fingers and let it cool for a moment. Cooling is what sets the structure. I also keep strong tension until the very end. Even the last 1 or 2 centimeters are heated and curled carefully. Now let's look at the left side. This is where most stylists struggle. The iron is still in my right hand, but now the plates are orientated upward, again and about a 45-degree angle. Before curling, I always comb the strand flat. A twisted strand will never give you a clean curling pattern. I again pre-rotate my wrist toward myself, complete the full rotation, maintain tension, and curl all the way to the ends. And just like on the right side, I don't drop the curl. Let it curl in my hand before releasing it. One more professional detail that's often underestimated. Hair and tools must be clean. Dirty hair sticks to the plates, and dirty iron will not glide smoothly. And once the glide is disrupted, your angle, speed and tension change, which instantly affects the curl shape. When you practice the technique, don't start on a very hot tool. First, train the movement on a lower temperature so your hands memorize the angle, the rotation, the pressure and the glide. On camera, everything looks easy. In real work, consistency comes only from trained mechanics. In the next video, I'll show you how curl durability changes when you use products before curling, specifically cream products and liquid hairspray, and how this affects the curl after brushing. And if you want to truly understand curling, not just repeat movements, but know why hair behaves on the way it does, you can join my YouTube membership. Inside I break down technique, structure and product logic in much more detail, so you can work confidently and consistently. So thank you for watching this video and see you on the next video. Bye!